the more they afflicted them, look at, watch this here. The more they tried to afflict the people, they just kept on having babies. The more they afflicted them, the more babies they had. Don't you know that your affliction is getting ready to birth something out of you? That while the devil said you ain't gonna make it, you ain't coming through, there's nothing gonna be more. God's getting ready to birth something in you. Which means you got to learn that even in affliction, God can put a seed in you and bring forth his glory. You better say that. Even through your affliction, God knows how to put a seed in you and bring forth his glory. Sometimes you're trying to figure out why God has you where you are, but it's the right place for you to give birth to your purpose. Shake your neighbor's hand and say, neighbor, you are in the right place at the right time to give birth to your purpose. God is calling for mature saints who understand that in this next season, what's going to be birthed is not going to be something of the flesh. But what he's about to birth is only going to come to pass through prayer. This is not a season for everyone, because if you've not been connected with God in your prayer life, you're not mature enough to handle it. I don't understand, Bishop. Understand this. Understand. Anything not birthed through prayer is illegal. Anything not birthed through prayer is illegal. Prayer is the birth canal of God's purpose, his plan, and his power. You don't get no power out of it. The Bible, Jesus said this here, straight is the way that enter into the kingdom. You can't come around, his walls are too high. You can't come over it, you can't go under it. You got to come in at the door. You've got to come through. If you don't have no relationship with God, anything birthed out of you is going to be of the flesh. This is not a season where for everybody. And in this season, the kingdom of God needs the spirit of the midwives and the spirit of the mothers to raise up and travail for the birthing of purpose. And since this Mother's Day Sunday, as I was in prayer, God showed me, he showed me women and how he desired for them to go forth in his righteousness. It was as if I saw teams of women going forth crying, travailing, and birthing through prayer. The women were beginning to wail. And I believe that God has called me to speak in this season and gather people who are pregnant with his vision and his purpose. Those who are pregnant with business ideas, those who are carrying something in their life but not sure how to bring it forth, those who are carrying things in you that you've been carrying and you're trying to figure how can I bring this thing forth. God is looking for the spiritual midwives that will throw your hand in the air and say, my purpose will live. Everything that God put in me in this season, the church is filled with purpose, but it needs to come forth. If we don't travail in prayer like a woman giving birth, the mantle shift, we're gonna miss it. But I don't know about you, I don't want Mattox to miss the mantle shift. Touch your neighbor, say, neighbor, I'm not gonna miss the mantle shift, because I'm gonna have the same devils that mama daddy had. But what I'll have power to tread over serpents. I'll have power to rebuke the devil. Disease got to fall. I'll have power to stand, and having done all to stand, I'ma stand anyhow. If you miss this ship, you'll be like a ship tossed in the wave. But if you hang on, God's gonna give you power. Go find 3 people. Say, God, get ready to give me power. You can overdue. I wish I had about 5 people that say, Bishop, I'm overdue. It's time for my season. It's time for my breakthrough. God said, as soon as Zion travails, Zion understand. Zion is indicative of God's church. It has a womb that's impregnated with purpose and the plan of God that he want to execute in the earth. Therefore, God is calling for the women of Zion who will call, who will cry and travail to provoke Zion to give birth. Hook up with somebody and grab both hands said